The Pudgy Penguins token Pengu is launching tomorrow, and it is one of the most anticipated token launches that we've seen. Tons of people have been asking how to trade this token, how to buy it, should I or should I not? And we're going to go over all the different scenarios if you were to buy the token or if you are going to buy other tokens that are going to be on a dip, because this is going to be a huge liquidity suck event within the Solana ecosystem. So to help me out, I got my little Pudgy Penguin thing that Luca sent me. So we're going to get this thing started. Before we start, if you are looking for a group to trade meme coins or this token or whatever, join my group Kanto. I'll make sure to put the link in the description of this video. As many of you already know, Pudgy Penguins is one of the top NFT collections in the entire world. The floor is currently sitting at 32 ETH, which is like $130,000, but it's not just about the NFT. We know that Pudgy Penguins has put toys into stores. They have some of the most insane reach in terms of an NFT project with their IP. As you can see on this Giphy, that they have 35 billion views here. They also have 1.7 million followers on Instagram. They also have a ton of followers on TikTok. So they are by far the most well-known NFT project. And I think everybody can agree that they have done an absolutely insane job as an NFT project and just as a Web3 company overall. And so the question that we are going to answer here is, how do I play the Pengu token if I want to trade it? Or if I don't want to trade it, what are some other opportunities that are going to come up? And so we're going to look at both of those actually, because there are ways that you can trade this market without actually buying Pengu that I'm going to do, that you can make money, but you can also just buy the Pengu token, but it really just depends on a couple things. So the first thing that we're going to mention is that the Pengu token is going to be listed on Binance, which is absolutely huge. I don't know if people really wrap their mind around this, but Binance is by far the most bullish exchange, and they're listing it on day one. That is crazy. So we know this already. What else do we know? We know that 70% of the tokens are going to be unlocked at TGE, which means that most of the supply is already going to be unlocked. And we can also see that the team and the company, their tokens are locked for 1 year, and then there is a 3-year vest. So this means that on day one, 70% of the tokens are going to be out there, and then 30% are going to be unlocked basically over 4 years. And if you were asking the question, I want to buy the Pengu token on day one, when do I buy it? What we're going to do is we're going to take a look at another token, which is ApeCoin. So ApeCoin was a very similar situation in which it was a highly anticipated launch, and it was based off of an NFT project, which was Bored Ape Yacht Club. And I remember this day very specifically. And so what ended up happening with the ApeCoin launch is it opened up at around I believe it was like right around 4 billion. So it was a $4 billion FDV, and it went all the way to pretty much like 12, I think it was. It was a 3x. I remember on day one, it opened at like $6, and then it ran to 18, and then it leveled off here after a couple days to around 7. And then when they announced that the token was going to be used for the other side land, which was their metaverse land thing, it ended up running all the way to like 20. So that's how this token played out. Now, every token is going to be different. We are in a bull run. Bitcoin just hit $107,000. And there are obviously going to be differences between what happened with ApeCoin and what happens with Pengu. But the way that I think that this could go is one of a couple ways. First of all, if it opens up under, let's just say, $3 to $4 to $5 billion market cap, I will probably buy a lot of the token at that valuation. I think one of the things that a lot of people are worried about is, what if it opens at 10, 11, 12? Like, that's a little bit higher. And you may say, why do I think that that is a little bit higher? Well, if you compare it to other crypto, such as Sui, Ton, Shiba, these coins have been around, and these are the 13, 14, and 15 biggest tokens in the world. And Shiba has a $16 billion FDV. So I would probably say that between 3 and 4 and 5 would be where I would probably buy. And I would be looking to trade in and out of it around You know, if it were to do a run up where it goes to 9, 10, 11, something like that, if it opens at like 2, I would definitely buy that. It all depends on where the token opens up, right? Because if you are just saying, "Oh, I'm going to buy it like right when it opens," you have to compare the different valuations of other tokens and other launches and say to yourself, like, if this opens super high, is it still going to be a buy? Because if you buy it at like 10 billion, where is it going to potentially go? Is it going to go to 20? If you wanted to get a 2x, like a 10 billion to 20 billion, which would be around the valuation of Avalanche. So there's a lot of speculation on that, and we won't know what is going to actually happen and where it will open until it opens. And so you have a decision that you need to make. Depending on where it opens, are you going to buy Pengu on launch, or are you going to buy other tokens when they dip? And what do I mean by that? Well, when there are huge tokens like this that are very anticipated, that a lot of people such as myself are planning to go and buy, well, what's going to end up happening is there's going to be other tokens that dump, such as Chill Guy, right? Like, this is a coin that, well, I mean, this was already kind of sitting down here, but this coin right here, ARK, this is a good example. ARK was sitting at about $150 million yesterday, and it went from 150 million and it dumped down to 85 million. And I was actually not really planning on buying into anything prior to the Pengu launch, but this dip was just too good for me to resist because it was down 50%. And I bought 100 SOL and I'm already up 6 SOL. I was up like 12 right here, but I decided to make this video. But I think that there are going to be a lot of different good buying opportunities on AI tokens, other memes that are going to dump. I mean, even something like Zerebro, right? Like this altcoin, this is already dumping a good amount. Griffane, this one went from around 380 million down to 230. I'm not telling you what to buy. This is all dependent on if you have been saying to yourself, wow, like I have been wanting to get good entries. Well, you can get a good solid, probably a good 50% to 100% gain on a lot of these tokens that have just completely taken a shit, because what's happening is people are pulling money out of established tokens so that they can prepare liquidity for the Pengu launch. So if you have been waiting for dips on tokens that you like, and this is one that I would probably look at too, is FWOG, right? Like there's a couple in here that are really solid. But the point is there are going to be tokens that are on a discount. And if you say to yourself, I do not want to buy the Pengu token, then you can go and you can look for these dips that are already starting to happen on other tokens, because people are pulling out money because they want to get ready for the hyped Pudgy Penguins token launch. And so you have a couple different ways that you can approach this. I am personally doing both. I am planning on buying Pengu, and I am also planning on buying dips on other tokens. It is going to be a very busy day tomorrow because I am going to have to make a lot of very quick decisions. I'm also going to have to make sure that I'm securing profit and I'm not getting too greedy on things. And so you're going to be able to trade on Photon. You can trade on BullX. Like you're going to be able to trade it on Binance. You can trade it on Jupiter. You can trade it wherever you want, as long as you're using my referral link on whatever platform it is that you're thinking about buying this thing on. But that is basically my take on it, is that you can either trade Pengu or you buy dips on other coins that are on dips. And so we will see what happens. But depending on the valuation that Pengu opens at will determine a lot about whether or not people will buy it. And that's just the fact. I would recommend having a plan in place. And I think that it makes a lot of sense for you to understand the game that you're playing. You are likely not going to hit a 5 to 10x on this thing, right? And if you buy dips on established tokens, you're probably not going to hit a 5 to 10x. But what you will be looking at is you will be looking at very clean 50% to 100% to 200%, 300% gains on some of these tokens that will rebound. And that is for you to decide how you want to play it. I already know personally, I'm going to be sizing into a lot of these plays. I'm just looking for 50%. I'm just looking for 100%. I know that a lot of people in this space love to try to hit 10, 100 X's, but there is nothing wrong with trying to hit clean plays with a little bit more size on stuff that may be considered less risky than just aping into brand new launches. So that's what I would say. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the Canto Discord, in the comments down below in this video. Join Canto, forgot to mention that, because that's my group, and I'm always going to show my group because we've been talking about this whole thing in Canto for a while. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. Take it easy. Good luck. And I hope that you crush it. So see ya.